Hello everyone, welcome back to Daddy the Don. My name is Graham, I'm the Don, co-host. Today we're here for a live stream. Even though it's international break, there's still plenty of football to talk about. Today I'll speak to my guest about their team briefly, and then we will go through our team of the year. Let's see how interesting that is. But firstly, let's introduce my guest. Firstly, making his debut onto the show, someone I know, I've been on his stream. Ollie, welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you.
Another person making his debut, another Arsenal fan. Waleed, thanks for coming on the show, mate.
Happy to be here, man. Happy for my first time on the show, man. Excited.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate
Anytime,
it. And making his another appearance back on here. He is a Man United fan. Boris, thanks for coming on, mate.
Yeah, mate. No worries.
Good. So obviously, this is a phone-in channel show. So anyone watching and wants to jump on, there are descriptions in the chat. So jump on that and come on, and we'll talk about your team and then go for your team of the year. I think a few people will be coming in at some point, but we'll just crack on now. I'll start with you, Waleed. I've not spoke to you about Arsenal. I know you've been on Monday Talks and all the other shows, but how confident, even with how Tottenham are getting on now, how confident that you still think we'll get top four?
See, like, even though we're not too far off in the season, I'm still not. I don't want 100 billion% be sure that we're going to get top four, because previous seasons, we've been in situations like this and things haven't ended up too well. We have that in ourselves where we can be inconsistent and not get over the line. So I don't want 100% bet that we're going to get top four, but we're on a very good position. 3 points clear of Tottenham, 4 points clear United with a game in hand. Even though that game in hand is against Chelsea, I believe, or Tottenham, one of the two. I'm pretty confident for both of those games. I feel like for Tottenham, form goes out the window in the derby. Even though we ain't won at the White Hart Lane in 10 years or something, I still feel like we can get the players ready for it, and I think we'll get the job done. So yeah, it's just a matter of keeping our heads and just hopefully just fighting until the
end. Just another thing, Waleed. Are you Arteta in or Arteta out?
Oh no, as of right now, I'm Arteta in. But I won't lie, I'm not going to be fake or anything. But last year when we were 15th in December or something, I was Arteta out. I was not happy with what was going on. But now things have turned around. I'm very happy of how we're playing. The players that he's bringing, the players that he's nurtured. So yeah, I'm very happy with how things are going right now. So yeah, so far Arteta in.
So good.
What about you?
Well, yeah, I'll get to me in a minute. So I'll just introduce Jay. Thanks for coming on, mate. It looks like you've had a haircut. Is that...
She cut me hair finally.
Who does he support?
He's Brentford.
Brentford. Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
I'll go back to you briefly, Ollie. Okay, thanks for coming on, mate. I know
you.
You're a very passionate Arsenal fan, very outspoken. Come on, tell me, Arsenal top four, no doubt.
Yeah, I've said it all the way through, even when we were in the relegation zone. I'm confident. I think we'll make Champions League this year. I don't see why not. We deserve it. It'll be good to be in the Champions League for once.
Okay, are you not worried about Tottenham?
No, I don't care about Tottenham, to be honest. Even if we lost to them, I couldn't care. They're a useless team. No one really cares about them. They don't know what a trophy looks like. So,
So, do you think top four? United, Oris. I know we spoke last week. Is it a case of it's going to look very unlikely now? It's a case of two teams slipping up more than just Arsenal now.
Yeah, I think it's in Arsenal's hands really. For me, I've given faith on this team. For me, it's up to Arsenal if they can keep up the consistency. For me.
Any update on the manager? I heard Ten Hag. Is it going to be him? And I know you're a big fan. Is it just him? That's all you want?
Yeah. So basically, the recent updates with him is that it's most likely going to be Ten Hag. So it's going to be Ten Hag for me.
Yeah, and would you mind him bringing a few of the Ajax boys over?
Yeah, Anthony. And for me, I want Anthony, and that's it.
Okay. Yes, Rob, hello. Okay, cool. We'll just move over to Jay. Jay, obviously, Brentford fan, close friend of mine. Last time out against Leicester, disappointing defeat. But what I've been told, it wasn't a bad performance, especially in the second half.
We were better than them for most of the game. They just hit 2 worldies, which is what they do against us. But yeah, they're all right. I think Leicester are a bit shithousery, to be honest, especially Schmeichel. Can't stand him. But yeah, they just showed their class.
Are you worried? Does that worry you? I know 2 wins against teams lower than you. Do you think you have enough to stay up? Is that still a worry in your mind?
I think we already stayed up, to be honest. Normally it's 9 wins or something like that keeps you up. Like there's a lot of ground to keep up from the other teams.
Yeah. Well, it's 35 points normally. So you're on, what are you on now? 30?
Yeah.
So 2 wins?
Yeah, like I say, you say that, but there's a lot of points from below us as well. So everyone says 35. When you actually look back, it's more like 30, 32.
Yeah, especially Norwich, who are probably down now.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? We played Watford, Leeds. I can't remember. Leeds last day of the season. Watford. Can't remember who else. There's
Burnley.
2 teams in there. Yeah, Burnley. No, I've already played them.
Yeah.
I think we play Everton again. So
Yeah.
nick one of them wins and kind of see the season out. So
Play Man United at home as well. Maybe a cheeky result.
Yeah, you can get a result against Man United. I think the thing is, anyone can beat anyone in this league. Brentford will look at any result and you can even do us a favour and beat Tottenham at home.
Yeah.
Where do you think Brentford will finish this season?
Don't know. Out the relegation zone.
I'd say 15th.
I think Brentford fans will take 17th.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah. Everyone got all the games in hand. Do you know what I mean? So I think 16th, 17th is lovely, but obviously I'd love to finish higher. But it's irrelevant. Like as long as we stay up, I'm happy.
Yeah. What were your thoughts on? Did you hear did you see the interview with Ivan Toney when he was talking about it wasn't anywhere special? What were your thoughts on that?
He is right. That is a fact, isn't it? It's not somewhere that you go to. The geezer obviously don't know who Brentford is, who's recording him, so he's not going to be like, "Yeah, I play football."
Yeah.
But like nobody, because we are nobody. But like that does disrespect your club after he's just done something else wrong. For me, when he said "fuck Brentford," he was already gone. Like for me, everyone forgave him easily. Like so, I hope he goes in the summer. Personally, I hope Newcastle put their hands in their pockets and we get a nice bit of change for him.
I do think on this recent one, I don't think it's the same as the fuck Brentford one. I think he was just trying to downplay it. But I think he should learn better.
Got to be smarter than that. Yeah, you got to be smarter than that.
Yeah, he should know the English press.
It's passionate for fans, isn't it? Whereas obviously to him, it's just another club, which is fine. Like you got to be realistic about it. But like fans get passionate about it and don't fucking mug it off.
Jay, obviously you heard us talking about the top 4. Who do you reckon is going to get 4th? Do you still think it's Arsenal's to lose, or do you think we could bottle it?
Yeah, well, obviously it's yours to lose when you're in 4th with a game in hand. But I think your game in hand ain't an easy team, and I think you've got
Chelsea and Tottenham.
Yeah, but at the moment we can beat anyone. Like the way we're playing.
Well, you're not that good, but yeah, it's yours to lose. Like, I think that's what it is.
Ollie's back again.
Yeah. We are good, but we're not. The thing is, he's right, Ollie. We're decent, but we're not well beaters.
Exactly.
We're not a Liverpool. We're not a Man City. We ain't going to go.
Yeah, exactly. We never will be like them though, because they don't sell players. They keep players that are going to make them world class.
Nah,
in Man City's case, they have
people get too excited about not selling players. Like, calm down. Like West Ham. 150 mil for Declan Rice. He ain't going to win you the league single-handedly. Fucking sell him.
Make some out in here.
Make your team better long term.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah. So, regarding Arsenal, how far are we away? I'll start with you, Waleed. How far are we away from contending again, and how many seasons?
I mean, I don't even know, to be honest. Realistically, from competing for a league title, I don't see that happening for maybe like another 5-6 years, maybe at minimum. Like, I just don't think our squad is like, we haven't got a single world class player in our team yet. We need to build the team. If we're able to build a team around maybe someone like Saka or Odegaard or Smith Rowe, someone like that. If we're able to build the team around them, then we have a chance of winning the league maybe a little bit sooner. And if we consistently get in Champions League football, then that will help us. But because without Champions League football, you're not going to attract the best players in the world, are you? So, yeah, minimum 6 years in my opinion, because it's taken us 18 years. We ain't won the Prem, so it's not going to be any longer. If anything, we'll be like Liverpool 30 years without league.
Ollie, next year, yeah.
Next year what?
Yeah.
Next year what?
You're going to win the league.
Oh man, I say this every season, and you never know, but I think at least a few years for us to say we're going to win the league. We need to get a decent striker first, a world-class goalkeeper. We need to keep our good players like Odegaard, Smith Rowe, Saka. We need to bring in players. We need to get a decent manager that everyone backs. No, it's going to be a while until we say, "Oh, Arsenal are going to win the league." But it would be nice to win the league again and not be the banter club as everyone says.
Yeah.
Even me. Before I go to you, Ren, I'm not annoying you. I will get to you. I will go to you again, Oris. How far away are Man United at the moment?
Probably like 6 or 7 years.
Nah, surely not. You got a quality squad.
Mate, our structure, mate. Our structure is just a complete mess, man.
Some United fans are saying you'll win the league this year.
Well, Man United fans thought they were going to finish third at some point. So, Ren, I know you said Mason, but his name's Ren. You can call him what you want. Thank you for coming back on, regular for the live shows. You are, obviously, he's a Liverpool fan. So I'm going to ask you the question, very obvious one. Are you going to win the league?
Yes.
No.
I would like to say that, but Man City still have a point, 1 point ahead of us. So they're hard to catch when they go in the front foot. So I'm more focused on the other cups and then see what happens in the league.
Oh my God! Shut up, Chris. Go away, Chris. I don't like you. Get a life.
Yeah, carry on, Red mate.
That's it. That's it. Chase the cups.
How massive is the game against City? Can you get a win there? Because you need it to go in front. How vital is that game? It's the decider.
It's going to be. It's the most important game for us in the league-wise sense, anyway. But I think we can do them because I think with Louise, I think they haven't played. They played us and they know how we play. But I think Louise will bring a little bit something a little bit different, and I don't think they'll be able to handle it.
How impressed have you been with Louise?
He's hit the ground running. I didn't think he'd hit the ground running so quickly, but he's come in and he's given a different dimension to us. Plus the skill. I'm lucky that we poached him off Tottenham because I think that if they got him, I think they would have looked a little bit different going forward with him, Son, and Kane.
Ever.
Huh? No, do you know what it is? No, nearly. You know, I think they was just about to sign him, but
nah. I mean, in terms of money, they were probably ready to splash the cash, but in terms of ambition, Diaz was never going to go to Tottenham. It was
but then Clever Kleski's a great player for them as well, though. Just switching gears, he's not that bad either. So, yeah, I think Diaz has definitely. I think Diaz has definitely brought that youth as well. He's younger than Mane and Salah. What would you now? The Prem or the Champions League? If you had to pick one.
Do you know what? I'll say the Premier because I just want to just shout out my Man United friends, but then just get back on level. But I would like to see if we can win. I feel like we can win all 4 cups this season. I have a feeling. I know people might say it's crazy, but it's what we haven't done well in the Carling Cup, right? And we won it. We don't normally do well in FA Cup. We get knocked out earlier. We're like
not the Carling Cup, but okay.
Huh?
Yeah, we get.
Well, yeah. But sorry, I'm older than you, probably you guys. So like that's why I keep.
I'm the second oldest there, and I'm only 32, so that says everything. So I call it Carling. But the thing is, FA Cup, and then. I just feel like we're on a good run. The only thing that could stop us, obviously, like everybody knows, is we've got Bayern Munich in Champions League after Benfica. I'm saying it like we're going to beat them, but we'll just see what happens.
but I think we have an easier running the. Actually, no, I said that, but we've got Man City. But yeah, no, I think we'll be fine. I feel like we're gonna do it.
Oris, if Liverpool win all 4, how long will you go in hiding for?
Mate, I'll be hiding, mate. But what I'm saying, the only English team to win the treble, Man United. So yeah.
We
How old
won
was you when that happened, Oris? How old were you?
Oh, yeah. Let me not say.
Man United won the
born,
treble
mate.
when I
He wasn't
supported
born.
Man United.
All right, cool. I'll just go around quickly. Everyone will probably say Arsenal to finish top 4. So I'll just go. I've asked this question before. But, I'll start with you, Ollie. Who's going to win the league,
Yeah.
City or Liverpool?
I've always said City, but I don't know why Liverpool can go prove me wrong. But I've always said City. I don't know why. That's my opinion.
Oris?
Liverpool.
I'm gonna say Liverpool as well. Yeah, I think it's gonna go right down to the wire.
Jay?
I said Man City for a long time, but do you know what? I think Liverpool are probably going to do it. I think what they did without Salah and Mane was just and I think that's going to win them the league.
I might change my mind soon, but I'm still City.
Yeah, well, I'm very similar to you, Ollie. I said I think Liverpool can win it, but I'm going to stick to my guns and say City. But I wouldn't be surprised whatever happens.
Well off.
Yeah, I'd
City,
rather
City don't think themselves. The Liverpool, because Liverpool ain't playing well every game. They were poor against us in the first half.
It's definitely between those two because Chelsea are out of it now. They were in the top of the league, but they're not in the top.
I wouldn't say Liverpool played poor against us. I think we just rose up to their level for like 20, 30 minutes in the game. That's why.
So what we do, we go into a game 0-0 half time, and then we blow it second half.
Yeah.
Can I say something about you? Like the Arsenal fans, right, have no faith in it. Do you know it's because I'm seeing something that I don't think you guys are seeing. The first game we played you, right, when we was in the I'm gonna say Carling Cup again, yeah, but you guys could have beaten us then, right? You gave us a hard game both legs. Then you gave us a hard game now. You're top 4, and I don't think you're seeing what I'm seeing. You say you haven't got world-class players, I heard one of you say, but I think the way...
I disagree with that, but carry on.
No, I think there's a few. The way that you're playing at the moment, right, reminds me of the old Arsenal. But like you said, once you get a bit of those experienced players in there, just the spine, I think you'll be fine.
I mean, I think I'm a bit more of a realist in it. Like I'm
a realist as well, really, but I can't stand back and say that we haven't got potentially world-class players behind that striker.
We have got,
I agree.
Saka. There's not a better attacking midfielder in the world now than Kevin De Bruyne, apart Odegaard. He's doing bits. I've seen them live a few times. I think Gabriel is underrated. I think I'm not jumping the gun.
Underrated.
But at the end of the day, the thing is,
Ollie thinks Maitland-Niles is underrated, so I wouldn't.
No, I don't.
I'm joking.
Who?
But I mean, like, I don't know, like, it's just like we're beating teams that we're meant to be beating realistically. When we come up against,
you've got to do that. That's what champions do. You don't see Juventus losing to.
We're not a champion.
You know what I mean?
We won the first half against Man City isn't a cup.
We won that. That was our trophy this year. We played better than Man City in the first half. Before we go to everyone's team of the year, I've got everyone's team of the year apart from you, Waleed, but I've got everyone's team of the year.
I've got mine as well.
Put them in the chat and I'll copy and paste it. We'll go through each position. But before we do that, the private chat. I just want to go through something that was said in the last stream between me and Hanif. And I'm an Arsenal fan, but Hanif quoted this: Chelsea need to get a new left back. Ben Chilwell is no good. We need Cucurella. He's not one of the best left backs in the league. Now, is he right or is he wrong there?
Wrong completely.
Cucurella.
Completely.
Another overrated Brighton player. Ben Chilwell was fucking amazing.
He's insane. He scored a banger against Brentford as well.
He did.
Does anyone agree with him there, or is
Graham
he
and me?
tough?
Graham and me were talking about earlier. When you see players in the face, in the real life playing, that's when you know they're a good player. Like everyone can watch TV Like we see them, but when you see them in real life, Ben Chilwell was just another level. There's a few players like Smith Rowe in the first game when we beat Arsenal, he was another level. When he got the ball, I fucking shit myself. But like Chilwell was on another level that game. He's so good.
Makes sense.
To say he's not Cucurella's better is just a bit of a silly statement.
But it's like with you, Jay. This isn't a piss take. Don't take this the wrong way. But you also, Josh Da Silva. A lot of fans don't know who Josh Da Silva is. But you've seen him live, and you know how good he is.
Oh mate, yeah, his left foot is an absolute wand.
Someone said Chelsea need a new owner for.
I mean, that's like, yeah, they have to because they ain't got one right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the Cronkies can take them over. I don't mind that. So they can be on the same level as us or the Glazers. One of those.
Chelsea have been destroying British youth football for years by paying too much money for too many players and taking them from other clubs. It's fucking about time they went and something happened to them. So it's not just at supporters level. It's fucking they're rotten to the core. Fuck Chelsea.
Oh, big claim. Hanif is so deluded.
Chris McMahon's not going to like that, Jay. He's going to message you.
It's like exposes people. Bloody hell.
All right. Okay. We spoke about Ren. Do you want to add anything about that comment about Ben Chilwell?
No, I'm not really. I don't really like Chelsea, but he's
Well,
a good.
look
He's
at
a
what
good.
Chris said, Jay.
He's a.
I'm the
Chris
host, Ollie. Chris and Jay know each other. This is just friendly banter.
Big Max.
All right, lads. So, team of the year. I've got all your teams in. We'll go through each position. I'll start with you, Oris. Goalkeeper. Who have you got as your goalie in the team of the year?
De Gea.
Reason and why?
Me and our best player this season.
Does that mean he's been the best goalie?
Yeah. He's up there with, for me, it was 50-50 with him and Ramsdale for me. But,
Okay. Ollie, who's your goalkeeper?
I've gone with Ramsdale purely, one, because I'm an Arsenal fan, and two, he's just been outstanding. Like Leno, first 3 games, letting around 10 goals, and then we started playing Ramsdale and we got clean sheets. We started winning. He's kind of the reason we're in the top 4 race now, because yes, he's injured now, but we played Leno and we still got a clean sheet. And I think bringing Leno back and giving either Ramsdale a break or an injury break or whatever, it gives a chance of Leno to prove himself before he goes, or if we want to keep him. Because a lot of people have been saying we should have loaned him or we should have got rid of him. But personally, I've quite backed him since we bought him. So, same with Ramsdale. Everyone was like negative about when we bought him and stuff. And I made a reel when everyone was like dissing me in the comments. And then look at them now. Like they're probably going to be like deleting all their comments in these like YouTube things away. But yeah, personally, Ramsdale. I would have gone to Gea if I'm a Man U fan, but Ramsdale for me, yeah.
Waleed, who's your goalie?
I mean, on the text message it says Ramsdale, but I do want to change it to David De Gea because if David De Gea wasn't at Man United, they would literally be like less than mid-table, like 12, 13.
You're going with
that amazing because the fact that first of all he's a goalkeeper and he won the Premier League Player of the Month like a few months ago, which is insane. He made like 23 saves in like 3 games. He's an absolute freak, and the fact that he. From last season, everyone was calling him finished, and Dean Henderson was starting over, and tonight he's one of the best goalkeepers in the world. Like, shot stopping wise, at least. Maybe not playing out from the back or anything like that, but shot stopping wise, there's no one in the world better than him right now, in my opinion. So, yeah, David De Gea.
Fair enough. Jay, who's your goalie of the year?
It's fucking Mendy. It's only Mendy. Best goalkeeper in the world, let alone the Prem. He's so good. With his feet and shot stopping. He's got both.
You're joking.
You've got love Ramsdale. He's amazing controlling his box. He'll take crosses, but he's a shit shot stopper.
He's bad at penalties. I do agree.
I want to say he's not shit stopper. He's not a
Pickford starts for England. He's much better. Shot stopper, Pickford's better.
Yeah, the same with Pickford. Yeah, he's better for
He
England.
made like the most saves in the Prem or something stupid.
But Ramsdale would be better for Arsenal.
Ren, who's your goalie of the year? I think I know who this is going to be.
No, do you know what? Everyone gave me some good arguments, you know.
Yeah, but you got to stick to the original one.
You can't say
Alisson. It's going to be Alisson.
I said Alisson, but everybody here could see why it's Alisson. He's one of the best shot stoppers in the game. He's saved us on many occasions. Like literally, his saves alone when our high defense doesn't do its job has been, for me personally, one of the best. And I don't know why he's not in anyone else's top.
I mean,
Like,
yeah,
top
Well, he hasn't been.
I've got
he hasn't
Liverpool
been better
players,
than
but
De
not
Gea.
Alisson. I just don't think that
He hasn't been better than Mayer, so why would I
he's a
pick
bit
him?
overrated for me.
to be fair,
But
no,
Alisson's overrated.
Everyone says
I wouldn't
everyone
say he's
says this.
overrated.
It's
Everyone
Mendy,
says
it's
this,
Mendy or
but he
Alisson. And Mendy because he's played less games because he was at AFCON and he would have had more clean sheets if he didn't.
All right,
He would have been playing games
let the
in and
dog.
out.
So
Let the dog
can I
talk.
say
Let
I
the-
agree with what Jay said though. Mendy is a very good keeper, right? But I had to go with Alisson because of what he's done for us and how he's helped
Because you're a
us
Liverpool
stay.
fan.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's
And he's
amazing.
helped us stay in
Right.
but he's helped us stay in a couple cups as well. So I can't see how.
I know Graham's not gonna like me. I just want to say one little thing on Alisson, then I'll shut up.
Yeah, go on.
But to be fair, what I do want to say is Alisson, in terms of the mental strength this season, has been phenomenal because obviously earlier on in the year his father passed away in horrific circumstances. He was in horrific form. And then ever since he scored that goal against West Brom, his entire career completely turned around. He's literally looked the complete old Alisson. He's been looking incredible this season. And if players like De Gea, Ramsdale, even Mendy didn't show their qualities this season, Alisson would definitely be up there, one of the world's best, and in terms of most spoken about. So I do want to give credit to Alisson on that one because that's not easy.
Thank you, Willie. So obviously with me, I think Alisson's top draw. I think Ederson's the most overrated goalie in the league for Man City. I think De Gea's been top draw. I think Ramsdale's been a revelation. But I've got to go with Jay here. He's by far the best goalie in the league. He is an absolute beast. He is by far the best goalie in the
hands
league.
down.
But
He's the best in the world.
down.
He's
I've
best in
seen
the
him
world.
live. He is different. He's different gravy. De Gea has been fantastic, but he hasn't kept enough clean sheets. But I agree. De Gea was my
Clean
second
sheets doesn't
choice.
matter.
Yeah,
Yes,
it does because imagine Salah creating 72 chances a year but not scoring any goals. That's like a goalie making 58 saves and not having a clean sheet.
Come on, look at defense. Our defense is crap anyways.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying De Gea's not been great.
How much do you rate
De Gea's been
Varane?
good.
And you
But
can't
for
tell me
me,
your defense
for
is
me,
crap.
I have to say Mendy. I think all four choices are good, but for me, it's Mendy. Most
That's
valuable
it,
is
that's
Ederson. Yeah, agreed. See, me and Matt think alike. Ederson does nothing. He does nothing for Man City. He's so overrated. No, actually, no. Stop taking no.
What
I
do you spell
actually said this
Edison wrong?
already today.
Ederson, not Edison.
He doesn't like Chris. Doesn't like me bumming up Chelsea, even though it's his team. All
Right.
right, so we're gonna go. I believe everyone's gone 4-3-3. So we'll start with the right back. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the same player. Ren, who's your right back? Again,
Trent.
Bro,
You think
you
you
can't
wanna
just say the whole Liverpool team. The whole,
No, it won't be. No, it won't be. But the thing is, I think
This isn't the team of the year. This is the Liverpool team of the year, mate.
Ollie, who's your right back?
My right back, it's Cedric. No, joking. My right back is, of course, Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's got the most assists. He scores goals.
It doesn't matter.
Personally, I think that he's a bit overrated and that he's a better assister than he is a defender. He should play like a right wing or something. He doesn't deserve to play right back. He's not a defender. He's a playmaker.
Fair enough. Oris, who's your right back?
Yeah, Trent for me. He's been as a neutral fan for me. Trent has been exceptional for Liverpool. Man, people say, "Oh, he's bad at defending," but I don't get the slate on Trent. For me, he's just a world class right back and underrated for me.
Are you still there, Willie? Who's your right back? I'll go to you, Jay. Jay, right
Yeah,
back.
it's Trent. Full stop.
That's it. Simple as.
He's
Ren, I know you wanted to say a bit more. Why is Trent so good?
No, but I agree. Like I don't know why everyone keeps talking about him defending because I think the rest of the team do that. Do you know what I mean? That's why we've got like Fabinho and Matip and Van Dyke to kind of clear that up. And the rest of the team, I think Trent just does his job, and that's and he does defend when he needs to. He may not be the best, but he gets his assists. He does what he's doing for our particular team. So he does his job for our team, like what he's been asked to do. So I can't see any. I don't see why. Obviously, everybody brings it up, but like the defense, I don't see it being an issue for our team.
Willie, are you still there? All right, we'll
Wale.
move on. We'll keep him in the pack there for now. He'll be back. Hanif just messaged Chris. Apparently, I don't know how true this is. It isn't true. Anyway, he said Aspilicueta right back and Alonso left back for direction options. Anyway, left back. I'll start with you, Jay. Who's your left back?
I've said Cancelo. But I think he's gone a little bit cold the last maybe 5-ish games. But I still think it's Cancelo. I think he's been amazing this year.
Ole, who's your left back?
So I don't know if I want to change one. I've gone with Kieran Tierney, but I do agree with Cancelo. He's been good for Man City. Also Robertson in there, but I think Tierney, because he's been one of our best players and he's a bit underrated, to be honest. And I think that when he's not injured, he's one of our best players on the pitch. So yeah, I'm going with Tierney. A bit of a differential, but we'll see what everyone else says. But mine's Tierney. Yeah. I
rate Tierney very highly. I think he's very, very good. I don't know if I said my right back, but I'm pretty certain it's going to come as no surprise. It's Trent. Anyway, we'll move to Horace. Who's your left back?
Yeah, my left back is Robertson for me.
Best one in the league for you?
Yep.
And Ren, who's your left back?
Same. Robertson.
Oh, mate,
I'm not doing the Liverpool squad.
Mate, you're just going to name the whole Liverpool team. Don't say Van Dyke now. Don't you dare say Van Dyke and Matip.
He doesn't. He actually doesn't. But at the moment, it's just hilarious. My left back is Cancelo. I think he's. I think the best left backs in the league. Take away Chilwell because he's injured. Best left wing in the league are Cancelo, Robertson, and Tierney. But for me, Cancelo has been the most consistent all year for me. Again, I think maybe a couple of games he's been off, but what he creates for that team is amazing. Is he back? Waleed, you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, he's back.
All right, mate.
Yeah.
We've just gone left back, but who is your right back?
Have you guys done the back line, or are you just done full backs?
We've just done right back, and now we're on left back. So you just give me your right back and your left back.
My right back is Trent Alexander-Arnold for obvious reasons. Best right back in the world. He's got most assists in the Premier League. He's just improved so much this season. It's been incredible. If he carries on the way he's going, this will probably be his best season in terms of output wise in general. So yeah, I think he'll be vital if Liverpool was to travel in the league. Left back, I'd say is Cancelo, because he's a freak. He's too versatile. He literally can do everything. Both sides, right back and left back. He's just incredible. The fact that City have had left back problems for the past few years, obviously, that shall not be named. Zinchenko has been playing there, a few other players, but Cancelo, since he's played there, has been class. So yeah, has to be him.
Cool. We'll start off with centre backs. If you give me both your centre backs, Ren, I'm going to start with you. Who are your two centre backs?
Here we go.
Matip and Diaz for City.
Oh, phew, not
Diaz,
Van Dyke.
Ooh, Matip and Diaz. Tell me why.
I think everyone's starting to see. I think the people that watch Matip will see his class. We got him for free. He can play from the back. He finally got his goal that he deserved for bombing through the whole team in one of the games. And his defensive work I think, is now being rated. Hopefully, I think he's personally underrated. And obviously Diaz, I think he's just a class centre back.
Horace, who's your two centre backs?
For me, Van Dijk and Rudiger. For me,
Why?
For me, Rudiger. On the Lampard, I don't really rate him up at all. But for me, this season he's just exceptional. For me, I'm starting to put some respect for Rudiger and Van Dijk. For me, I think he's been their best centre back for Liverpool this season. So for me, Van Dijk.
Waleed, who's your two centre backs?
I've actually gone with Van Dijk and Thiago Silva. Van Dijk, just because the way, for me though, what I will say is because it actually was a coin flip, literally, between Matip and Thiago Silva, but Thiago Silva for me just edges it. But Van Dijk, the fact that he's been out for a year, he's come back and literally has just taken his throne as the best centre back in the world, just shows how incredible he is. He's literally sometimes I don't even know if he's human or not, because literally he had a disgusting knee injury and now he's literally just back to as if nothing ever happened. He's just incredible. Thiago Silva, I mean, you go back to what Mason said about how Matip was bought on a free. Thiago Silva was bought on a free for Chelsea. 37 turning 38. He's literally disgusting. Like the fact that he's quote unquote past his prime and he's still one of the best centre backs in the Premier League just shows how incredible he is and how underrated he is. So yeah, for me, I'd say Thiago Silva and Van Dijk.
He was bought on a free, but what are his wages? Like, I know he's old as fuck, but he still
for
costs
Chelsea,
a
that's nothing,
massive amount of money.
Yeah.
No, but still, for a player of his quality.
I rate him, but
I
I think saying he's coming on a free is a bit like it's because he's old as fuck. That's the only reason.
Yeah. Ollie, who's your 2 centre backs?
So I went with. So I could have chosen, the obvious Diaz, Rudiger, but I went with Gabriel for Arsenal purely because he's been one of our best centre backs and he's been scoring goals and. Yeah, I don't see why not. And then I've gone with the obvious one, Virgil Van Dyke, personally, because he's been one of the best centre-backs in the world. He's strong. He turns up for every game. He scores goals. He's not the fastest. He is fast, but he's the main man for Liverpool. And I think, Gabriel and Van Dyke, my centre-back.
And finally, Jay, who's your 2 centre-backs?
Well, it's a bit... It's hard to pick 2 for me because I think 3 have been outstanding. But yeah, I'm going to say Gabriel as well. I think he's amazing. And yeah, I'm the same with Orest on Rudiger. And I looked into it a little bit. And it was partly because he was injured and partly because Lampard never played him. But before that, he was actually fucking outstanding as well. So yeah. So
I would have gone for Rudiger. Just I wanted to go for Van Dijk, obviously. So.
Yeah. Well, I think you have to go on current. Like, don't get me wrong, Liverpool probably going to win the league. But yeah, I think Rudiger has been amazing because Thiago hasn't been there all year. Like,
why Rudiger over Van Dijk?
Why Rudiger over Van Dijk?
Yeah,
because I think I don't know. Just chose him, innit?
His opinion.
Why have you chose Kintini? He's fucking rubbish.
Yeah. Sorry, enough of that.
You don't even have a left back.
I mean, yeah, Kintini hasn't played enough though. Like, he's only been playing since November.
My 2 centre backs would be obviously I've done Van Dijk just over Matip, just because of what Waleed said about Van Dijk. The fact he's come back, you can see they're a different unit with him in there. They're a better team. He makes everyone better. It's just his presence. He doesn't make mistakes. He makes it look simple. So he's just over Matip. I agree with Ren. Matip's been fantastic, and I'm going Thiago Silva over Gabriel. Again, what Waleed said, Thiago Silva is disgusting. 37 years old. And he makes it look like he's 25. He's a different gear. He's a leader.
He's 37.
Yep. I think Rudiger's been decent this year as well. I'm not Rudiger's biggest fan, but he has been good this year. But yeah, for me, Van Dijk and Silva just over Gabriel and Matip for me.
With Rudiger though, Chilwell's been out for a long time, so Sar's had to come in. Do you know what I mean? And Chalobah, he's had to deal with a lot. And like I say, Thiago not being there a lot. Rudiger's been a leader this year, whereas VVD has had Robertson and he's had TAA the whole game and he's had Matip. And I'm not saying that means he's not good. I'm just saying Rudiger's been better in his role. Do you know what I mean? He's led the boys. He's led the young lads and they've still got good results out of that.
Yeah, but if you compare how Liverpool's defence were playing last season without Van Dijk to where they are this season, you can tell like Van Dijk has elevated everyone's game. Trent last season was getting absolutely destroyed, and he literally was left out of the England squad because of his quote unquote bad form according to Southgate.
He's left out the England squad because Southgate's a retard.
Yeah, basically.
Literally, that's why I put it in brackets.
So can I just add something? With when Van Dijk was out, right? We actually. In theory, shouldn't have made top 4, right?
Yeah,
we still made top. Yeah, because we still made top 4, but that was with 2. When people say our defense isn't good, we've done that with 2 youngsters. Do you know what I mean? Like, so that's.
I like it when you guys say Timikas. He was good for you.
He's good, but we did play our youngers and they got us there. So you have to remember that as well. They came through some tough games. So I think when you look at, if you're talking about leadership, I think the whole team knows how to work together, even when we are up against it. And I think we needed that, to be honest.
Just another question, Ren. It's not too late. Do you want to take Diaz and put Van Dijk
in? Do you know why I'm going to keep it? I'm going to keep it.
Keep it. So I'm going to do. So again, everyone's doing a 4-3-3. So the next one will be all three midfielders, and then it'll be the two wingers, and then it'll be the front striker. So I'm going to start with you, Waleed. Who is your three midfielders?
I actually don't remember. Let me check again. It was Fabinho, Odegaard, and De Bruyne. Now, probably a few
Tell me why they're all
questionable.
good. Tell me
Yeah,
why they're all good.
Fabinho, I mean, like, he's literally just one of the most consistent players in the Premier League, season in, season out. He's just silent assassin, does everything he needs to do in the midfield, conducts his business, added goals to his game, just a solid player overall. De Bruyne, who's quote unquote had a bad season, according to certain fans, but yeah, he's literally like maybe assist wise, he hasn't been the best, but goal scoring wise, creative wise, the fact that he's dropped in and played a deeper role this season and he's still putting up numbers, even though the injuries that he's had and all that stuff, just shows how much of a world class player he really is, and he's really vital to the way Man City play. And Martin Odegaard, man, like in October, this guy was chilling on the bench most games, and now he's so good. Like, I don't understand. It's so hard to describe it because I haven't seen a player like him. Like, not even you. People might say Mesut Ozil and that, but like Mesut Ozil never really had the work rate like him. I know Ollie's very happy about this, yeah, because that's his guy. But honestly, Martin Odegaard is just an incredible footballer. He can almost do everything like a midfielder can do. It's insane. So yeah, I'd say those three. I'm probably missing out a few players off the top of my head, but those.
It's all opinion, mate. It's all opinion. That's a good midfield three, to be fair. Jay, who's your three?
Smith Rowe, Rice, KDB as well.
Rice was the one I was missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rice is probably top 5 centre defence in the world at the moment, and he's 23. He's dragged a very average West Ham team, who I thought were better than they are midway through the season, to they're still not out of Europe. They're battling for top 6. Like, he's dragging a very average West Ham team through with just work rate, leadership, actual ability as well. What's he, top for tackles in the league or something like that? He's amazing. Smith Rowe, like I've seen most of the players in the Premier in person. Obviously, I'm on season ticket at Brentford, but yeah, like I said, when we beat him 2-0, he was just a player. When he got the ball, I was shitting my pants. He's just so good. Drives forward, has a pass on him. And yeah, and then KDB speaks for himself. He's been amazing for years, and he's been quality this year as well.
Yeah.
Ollie, who's your midfield three?
All right, once again, similar with the centre backs, but I can choose more midfielders. So I've gone with Mason Mount. I've gone with Kevin De Bruyne, and I've gone with Martin Odegaard.
Oh,
can you tell me why Mason Mount?
Mason Mount. Oh my!
Why would you say Declan Rice? He's been awful.
I don't know what you're
Mason
watching.
Mount. Mason
Mount's on the bench, isn't he? Is Mason Mount starting a game?
Oh my god!
Yeah, he has.
He's
getting goals.
I've been made aware of this Mason Mount bone of the gaze. Tell me why Mason Mount, please.
Oh my god!
He gets assists, he gets goals. He's good. You know, he's double as better than Rice. Like, what's Rice done good this season?
That's like comparing KFC with
Mount's an attacking mid and Rice is a defensive mid. Like,
exactly, you might as well just put him as a
different positions. What are you talking about?
And then obviously with Martin Odegaard, there's no question about this. He's been great. He's got a goal against Watford. He's getting assists. He's scored a free kick before. There's nothing this guy can't do, and I think that he's one of our best midfielders at the moment. And then the same with De Bruyne. He's been one of the best midfielders. You've got to obviously put players in there like Fabinho and Smith Rowe and stuff, but yeah, it's hard to pick 3, but those are my 3. Yeah, exactly. Here, look, Mason Mount is highest goal scorer this season.
That's because he won
Chelsea.
from
Chelsea.
He did score 4 against Norwich.
He was second, and he was injured for a quarter of the season.
Rice has probably got the least amount of goals in West Ham.
I mean,
anyway,
I remember he did go on a purple patch. He scored like 6 goals in 6 games or something, like from November. But he hasn't done anything since. Like, I'm talking about this.
He was trusted in my fantasy team, so anyone that's trusted my fantasy team is good.
He's been one of Chelsea's best players over the last few years, but this season he hasn't been up to the standard of one of the best midfielders in the Prem. But he's still quality. But
I'm not saying he's one of the best midfielders. I've just put him in my 3. There could have been millions of midfielders I could have put, but those are my 3.
I'll go to you, Oris. Who's your 3?
Yeah, my CDM for me is Declan Rice for me. Before I did put Rodri, but now I had to think about it. For me, Rice. For me, this summer I'm praying that United do get him, but we'll see how it goes. But for me, Rice has been unbelievable. I don't know what Ollie's been watching, but for me, Rice has been unbelievable this season for West Ham, and he's for me underrated. For me, I don't care if West Ham asks for 100 million. I'll just go pay it. I don't care. For me, Rice is just unbelievable. My two midfielders, I would put Odegaard and Bernardo Silva for me. Odegaard for me, I thought before he joined us, like on loan, I thought okay, we could see maybe doing something. But then after, I think it was after November when he started to play games. Now he's been sensational, man. For me, Odegaard 30 million as well, I think it was. So
Yeah, it was
what an
absolute steal.
signing. Yeah, and Bernardo Silva, another player that I do rate highly. For
Wait,
me,
how many midfielders did you put?
It's
Three.
Three.
Yeah.
Three. I thought you said like 5.
No, he said, right, listen, Rice
Oh.
Odegaard, and now he's talking, let him finish.
Oh.
You got me,
Yeah,
man.
Bernardo Silva for me underrated. For me, I don't know what you guys think, but for me, I think Bernardo Silva's underrated for me.
Different
Yeah,
player,
yeah,
different
no,
gear.
he's top.
Yeah.
He's lukewarm this second half of the season, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, first half of
Done
the season
nothing.
he was quality.
Yeah, he was on
No,
flames. Yeah, I would have agreed first half of the season, but yeah, I don't think he's been consistent enough.
Maybe
I'll
Partey.
go-
Well,
Ren, who's your three?
I'll put Onyeka then.
No,
Only
I'm
there's
gonna
a
go.
Henderson.
Fabinho.
No. Do you know what the funny
Naby
thing is?
Keita.
Fabinho,
No,
Henderson.
Henderson.
There's not
Hey,
one.
let
Do
him
you know
go.
that-
Do you know what? There isn't actually a Liverpool player in this three. Surprisingly.
Oh,
The funny
damn,
thing
wow.
is, I thought let me just change up a little bit. I've gone for the same two as everybody else. Odegaard and De Bruyne were similar to everyone. I think Odegaard been one of the best creative midfielders I think I've seen in the league, and I think he was a bit of a steal, to be honest. I can't believe they let him go so cheaply. De Bruyne, obviously, like everyone says, speaks for himself, and I've gone for Gallagher as my third midfielder.
That's a good shot. I did put him in one of my teams, actually. Previous one.
Yeah,
Fucking
the only
team
reason.
bizarre.
The reason why I chose Gallagher, because I think he's just popping up everywhere. And I don't know if it's Jay said it, but if you look at Chelsea, they've produced all these players that they never force into their team, but they keep going out on loan. He's one of them. And he's an example of that. Personally, if I'm him, I wouldn't want to go back to Chelsea, but I think he will want to try and force his way in the team. But I just think he's just everything this kid's done, like from
Yeah, but
his
since he
energy.
joined Crystal Palace, I didn't even know he came from Chelsea.
Oh no, but you wouldn't know by the way he's playing. But in terms of next year, Palace may not have the option to buy him, and then he's probably going to want to go back. So
He wants to
that's
stay
all
in
I-
Chelsea. He wants
Chelsea's
to stay in
bankrupt.
Chelsea.
Yeah,
Chelsea's
that's why.
bankrupt.
He's a Chelsea fan. He wants to stay there.
Yeah. See, if he could force his way in, I hope he does. But I think he's going to have very stiff competition there, as everybody knows. The midfield is already quite packed as it is. But yeah.
All right, Ren. My three, Declan Rice, no-brainer for me. I think I agree with Jay Norris. He's been different class. He's a top player. Kevin De Bruyne, again, he's had an okay season. And it's still better than everyone else. He's still an absolute. It matters when he matters. He's something else. And for me, Emile Smith-Rowe. For me, he's our best player. I've seen him live this year. It all comes from him. Everything. If he's not on the pitch, we're not the same. Apart from maybe Watford, but that's Watford. Let's be serious. When we didn't have him against good teams, we weren't as good. Against Brentford this year at Arsenal, he was the best one on the pitch. Once he started clicking the gear, he gave Brentford's right backs an issue, and they're solid players, Asia. So, yeah, for me, first full season, been injured a few times. He's still got 10 goals and 3 assists. That's a good comeback for a 20-year-old in his first full season. I think he's got every potential to be even better. I do agree with Odegaard. I think Odegaard's been fantastic this year, but I think he's only been good since the turn of the year. I don't think he's been good all year. And obviously, there's a few other names. Fabinho and Rodri would be unlucky, but for me, it's Rice, De Bruyne, and Smith-Rowe. So we'll move on now to the front three. If you go through your front three, your wingers and your striker, I'm going to start with you, Jay. Front three, mate.
Salah, at the moment, best player in the world, hands down. Not much you can say about that. Ronaldo, 37 years old, playing in a I don't want to say average United team because I think their team is absolutely stacked. They just, for whatever, can't click. But 12 goals from 37 years old and dragging a kicking and screaming United every game, I think he's been amazing. And Son, who I think is wasted at Tottenham, I think he's amazing. Absolutely great finisher and great movement. He just does everything with class.
Yep, fair enough. Who's your front three?
Me?
Oh, me.
Alright.
Yeah. My front three for me is Salah. Repeating what Jay said, for me, Salah's been unbelievable for me. Striker, obviously, Ronaldo for me. And my left winger could surprise people, but for me, I have to put this kid Martinelli for me. He's, oh boy, man, he's good, man. Honestly, on the ball, man, it's exciting to see him on the ball, man, for me. But yeah, that's my front three.
Yeah. Ollie, who's your front three?
Yeah, so my front three, I'll tell you and then I'll explain why. I've gone with Salah on the right, like everyone, and this one will make Jay happy because everyone's choosing Ronaldo. I'll go with Ivan Toney at front, and then left wing, I'll go with Bukayo Saka. And let me just explain why. So obviously, Salah, he's the top goal scorer. He's been great this season, and yeah, even when he's gone for AFCON, Liverpool has still done well, but he's been their best player. And then I was going to put Ronaldo, but because I wanted to be a bit different, Tony scored 11 goals this season in a pretty crap Brentford team who are fighting for survival. You can even think about Ronaldo. I mean, like Ronaldo is not in a top four. Ronaldo is not in a top 4 team, and people are picking him in his team. So you could say someone like Lacazette, but he's not good enough. But
Chill.
But left wing, I'll move away from that. Left wing, I've gone with Saka. He's been great this season. He scored goals. He's fast. You know, it's proven he scored a goal against Man City. He scored a goal against Watford. He can score a goal against anyone, and he's young. He's got talent, and this kid one day could be playing for like Barcelona or something. Like he's a good player, and I think we should keep hold of him.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Ren, who's your front three? No surprise here. There will be Liverpool players in this one.
Yeah, Salah, Firmino, and Mane.
No, I've gone for Salah. Yes, I have actually.
Jota,
I've gone for Jota because obviously they're both the top scorers in the league at the moment. So I think you just have to put him in there. He's a good finisher, both feet. And then Bolden.
This comment, Chris, go away.
Wait,
Like,
did you say
join the
Foden?
stream or go away.
No, Bolden.
Bowen?
No, Bolden,
Oh.
West Ham.
Bowen.
Oh, yeah,
Bowen.
West Ham, yeah, Bowen.
Why
Bowen.
Good
Bowen,
shout.
Ren?
Good shout.
I think if you just watch, if you watch him play, I think he has quality. He's fast. He's always around.
What about
the box when he
Antonio?
needs to score.
Finish.
Oh my! You might as well stay like a Zelda then. Why is that? Why not?
Watch Formula One, man. Watch
To be
Formula
fair,
To be fair, in there.
No, to be fair, I understand
Put you
what
on
you're
Visa
saying,
top,
but
man.
no, he can't. Yeah, he's strong and stuff, but he's not good enough. He's West Ham's top scorer, but he's obviously not. No, but Bolden, I think Bolden. I would snap up Bolden if we had the chance to be back on.
Finally, you front three.
Okay, cool. Save the best till last. Right wing. Yeah, Mo Salah as everyone else. The fact that he's already hit over 20 goals and he wasn't even in the league for like a month and he's still like he's literally unbelievable. Best player in the world. Like without a shadow of a doubt for me. Yeah, he's just incredible. Left wing, yeah, I want to agree with Mason. I want to go with Diogo Jota. I want to put Jota on the left because for me he's just been class this season. Like he just picked up where he left off from last season. He's just absolute goal machine and he's just so underrated. Like he's just a player. Yeah. He's just a player that pops up with goals all the time. Eddie K is a massive shout, man. Definitely one of the top Arsenal.
He also owns Arsenal.
Chris, do you know what I want to say about you?
Also, yeah.
Go on, Willie. Continue, mate.
Yeah, my striker, Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, yeah, 12 goals this season from a poor average Man United side. They are doing the same. But I want to give honourable mentions to Bukayo Saka and Human Son and Sadio Mane.
What about Martinelli, mate?
Nah, he's only been playing since December. I don't want to put him in the team of the season just yet.
Yeah,
But
for
he
me,
is a good player.
I don't know why.
He's a
he's
good player.
Yeah,
Maybe,
Shota, I
yeah.
like Shota, man.
I agree with
Owens
what Jay said about
also-
No,
Son as well. Son is incredible.
It's because Oris looks like Martinelli. That's why.
Oh,
Oh, you look like Jack Grealish, mate.
no.
That's his haircut. That's his Jack Grealish haircut.
Who do I look like? Who do I look
I see Jack
No one.
Grealish.
Aaron Maguire.
Kieran Tierney.
Yeah, I'll take Kieran Tierney.
Yeah, Graham Potter,
Graham-
the host.
Yeah,
as well.
Graham Potter in top left.
Yeah, yours Graham Potter. We got Graham Potter in the stream, guys.
And my front,
you guys can't say I'm anyone.
Willian.
my front three.
Willian, yeah, Willian.
My front three is
No one cares, man.
Salah. Who the fuck up it? Salah, Jota, and Saka. Salah, no need to explain. We all know
no,
why.
Mate, where's your right wing?
Just
Jota
Salah.
right wing. Right wing
Oh,
Salah. Jota up front.
Come on, listen,
And
mate.
left
Listen.
wing
So
Saka.
Ronaldo not in your squad, Graham.
Yeah, I just think he's had a lot of media frenzy this year. He's been a bit of a baby a lot. And I do agree with what Jay and you have said. I'm not saying he hasn't been good, but for me, I'd put Jota because he scored more goals and he's been more influential. Like, they're where they are because Jota scored the goals. Where Ronaldo, they're only, 6? Salah, we don't need to go reason why. And for me, Saka, a very frustrated player. But the last couple of months, he's really come on and he's starting to look like a world beater. Let's hope he can keep that. I'm not going to go over the top like Ollie and say he's the best player in the world. But I didn't
say he's the best player in the world.
I'm joking. All right, so then we're going to go.
Oh, then you're going to go out. That's what happened.
What?
Anyways, I'm going to take up. No, I'm joking, but yeah. No, what happened to him.
Oh, wait, he's gone.
Graham Potter left. Cronky, they found his channel. Oh, wow.
What's going on here?
He wants to take over for a bit.
I mean, we finished our team of the season. So
Don't worry.
Yeah, Liverpool dead club in news.
Oh.
No, that's fine. No, but that's always going to happen. That's what Man U fans.
I mean, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie. I'd rather Man City win the league than Liverpool, man. I've got too many Liverpool
But
fans.
this is, can I say something to you? What is up with everyone saying that though? What Liverpool fans ain't even that bad.
Well, Man City fans are irrelevant. I don't care about them. If they win
City
the
winning
league,
the
it doesn't affect me. I've got
Yes, Robert,
Liverpool
Oris
fans. I've got
Munoz,
friends
yes,
that are
I'm
Liverpool
Munoz.
fans. It's too much for me. I can't.
Yeah.
Too much of my family.
Oh, he's
I'm back.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah,
I'm back.
Oh, he's back in his side with an outbreak.
Sorry, I'm back.
Fans love use technology, everyone.
Cronky.
All right, so
Yeah.
or it's the new host. Fuck off. Listen, before we go, we're going to go for everyone's teams very briefly. I'll start with Ren's team. A lot of Liverpool players.
bias.
Allison, Trent,
Robertson left
Matic,
back. Oh,
Diaz,
come on,
Robertson,
man.
Gallagher, Odegaard, Keedy, De Bruyne, Bowen, Jota, Salah. So how many Liverpool players there? 6?
Yeah, but
Six,
but they
I
were
don't know.
valid reasons. They were valid reasons, and everyone.
Fair enough.
Not really.
Don't guess every reason why.
All right, let's go to the main man. Even though he's a few Arsenal players in there.
Delusional.
On his team.
Yep.
Trent,
greatest
Gabriel,
team.
Van Dyke, Tierney, Odegaard, De Bruyne,
Tierney!
Mount,
I didn't even see that. Oh my god.
Saka, Tony, Salah. How many Arsenal players are in there? One,
You might as
two,
well put
three.
Rico Henry in there, son.
Yeah.
Right, don't throw
All right.
shades. Rico Henry is actually sick. He's better than fucking Kieran Tierney.
Yeah.
Oh,
You lot would actually in a good team.
Don't
you
give
lot
him
would do
Tierney,
well.
just give you another left back and you're jealous.
Good. Tell him.
Stop it now.
They'd be
Rico's
amazed.
good
Rico,
player.
Rico
Where's
Henry
your
is
left
not
back? Where's your
Henry's
Tierney?
good, mate, but your centre backs are
Rico
shy.
Henry is
Like
not on a level Kieran Tierney, bro. I'm sorry, but that's
All
just
right,
not.
Oris's team. De
Yeah.
Gea, Trent, Van Dyke, Rudiger, Robertson, Rice, Odegaard, Silva, Martinelli, Ronaldo, Salah. Again, no complaints there. Jay's team.
Jay.
Mendy.
Yeah, I
Alexander
see no
What's
Brentford
the
players.
J short for?
How come there's no Brentford players? Like,
Was his
that's
team of
That's
the
actually a
year?
good team.
Obviously, we were fucking 15th. How are we going to get team of the year?
I mean,
Wait,
maybe
Jay. Oh, you're
you could double
Jay.
rank, bro. You never know. I mean, David has been injured for like most of the season anyway.
That's the player I'm
Imagine
worried.
having the smallest budget in the league. Like, oh my god, why are you not the best?
No, but to be fair, like your recruitment, the way you recruit and the way you do business is
To
very
be honest, let's just throw Ericsson in. Like,
oh, why not?
these games he's played.
Talking
Put
about
Brandon
for me,
Burma over
I
Ronaldo.
generally think Thomas Frank is actually underrated for me. But I don't know about you guys.
Oh yeah, agreed.
Yeah,
He's a good manager. He's a good manager.
That's a debate for another day, man.
And release team:
That's a good
Ramsdale, Trent, Van Dyke, Thiago Silva, Cancelo, Fabinho, De Bruyne, Odegaard, Jota, Salah, and Ronaldo. And finally, the best team, of course, my team:
No.
Mendy, Trent, Van Dyke, Silva, Cancelo, Rice, De Bruyne, Smith Rowe, Salah, Jota, Saka. Because I'm the
You got
host, I
subs.
also have 3 subs: Gabriel, Bernardo Silva, and Son.
You didn't say we're having subs in there. Come on.
It's my channel. I do what I want. All right. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed Ollie's Arsenal team of the year and Ren's.
And the-
It's not Arsenal, mate. It's Mason for his Liverpool.
Valid.
Didn't
No,
make
valid
Mason for his
reason.
Liverpool.
So before we go, I'm just going to go to
Just
each
gonna say
person,
this,
shout
that's
out where they
beautiful.
can find you, and talk about your YouTube channel or all your platforms. I'll start with you,
We're
Ali.
doing manager. We're not doing manager, Gord.
Oh, we can do manager. Yeah, go on then. All right, we'll do manager. Yeah, no, that's fine. We'll start with you, Jay. Who's manager of the year?
Vieira. Patrick Vieira. He was
Oh,
fucking
shut
shit
up.
before he's gone Palace. He's actually turned a shit Palace team into a good side.
I don't know why that's
Manager's
a valid-
different from like winning the league. Like we all know Jurgen Klopp is a good manager. What you got to deal with as a manager is very different, like in terms of budget, players, expectations. Vieira's done that perfectly. He's improved on everything. He's in a semi-final, probably going to get to the final.
No, I mean, I hope he does. I hope he does.
Maybe
Yeah,
they win
we'll
something.
go
If they win,
we'll go one at a
manager.
time. Yeah, one at a time. You can disagree. I'm going to go with you now, Ren. Ren. Oh, there you go, Jack. Phil, Palace fan. Ren, who's your manager of the year?
Mine's a toss-up between what Jay said and I forgot his name now. The Newcastle manager.
Eddie Howe.
Eddie Howe. The reason why I say it's a toss-up
What?
is if you think
What?
but you have to understand, right?
That's
He
what I'm
didn't
saying.
actually
Who's
buy
my
top-
last?
No.
Let him
I
talk.
I
Let
don't
him
think he
talk.
buy-
You
You have to understand what he done. He didn't actually, for all the money that they have been bought into, they didn't actually buy top players that you would bring into your team. Yet they've still got
Yeah,
themselves
exactly.
from the bottom of the team and got them out of the bottom.
It's January though, and they were bottom. They weren't going to buy anyone. No one wanted to go there. So
Yeah, but they have all this money. and they bought crap players.
But here's what I'm saying. But I'm just talking about for now. I agree with you. The players aren't good, but what's happened is he brought in a few players, and now he's elevated them up. I personally will go. It's a toss up, but I'm going to go with what Jay said, Vieira, because I don't think he's actually getting the ratings. He had an old team, by the way. When Hodgson
the
left,
squad
he
was
left
disgusting.
the decrepit old team.
Yeah,
He's now brought all these young players and still kept them high in the league. Like
that's
Jay said, got them into semi-finals, and I
That's
don't
from
think
the
he's
club.
I don't think he's getting the ratings that he should do. But let's see.
That's not how you spell Klopp, Ren. Ollie, who's your manager of the year? Does his name begin with an A?
Right, hear me out on this. You guys saying Patrick Vieira? I'm going and saying Mikel Arteta because he's done a good job at Arsenal and he's being dissed. And you know, if you guys are saying Patrick Vieira, then I can go and say Mikel Arteta. So I'm Mikel
That's the
Arteta.
reason.
I mean, what
Because
semi-finals
he's
are you in?
He brought Arsenal from bottom of the league to top 4 contenders.
Because you have no Europe. You literally had no Europe, and how much money?
Exactly. We have no Europe. He came when we were 8th in the
less
table.
games. So less games.
Exactly, and we got not to have.
Yes, less games, no cup games to worry about.
At
No
Barcelona.
cup games to worry about.
Can't get the best out
Done
of
well.
Aubameyang.
No, I have acknowledged Arteta's done well, but for me, he's not manager of the year. But I acknowledge he's done well.
Well,
He should be in the
Vieira's not
conversation.
manager of the year if you're not saying that then.
I don't think Vieira is either.
But
Waleed, who's the manager of the year for you?
I mean, it's gonna be boring, but it can't be anyone else's Jurgen Klopp for me. I mean, like Liverpool, like even though he's got his players back, not too many. I mean, he didn't sign any world beaters like for his starting 11 really, except Diaz. Like nothing, no one else really springs to mind in terms of players that usually starts. Maybe Konate, but like either way, the players that they've signed has been very solid investment. Even though they've signed minimal players. Compare that to Man City, been splashing cash on Jack Grealish, wanted to sign Harry Kane, all that, and like just for me, if you compare Liverpool from where they were last year to where they are this year, massive transformation, and now they're
Klopp's
just
overrated.
if they carry on, they're gonna go back to winning the league. But
He's not
You
overrated.
just, I keep
He's
throwing out statements like that, but that is just ludicrous.
Ollie, just stop.
Ludicrous.
But I will give credit where credit is due to Patrick Vieira. Yeah, Arsenal legend. I love the guy. He's completely transformed Crystal Palace, the club, the youth academy, the players, the wage, the staff, everything. He's just transformed the entire club. And Crystal Palace fans should be very excited about the future because they have got an incredible squad on their hands. Eze, Elise, Tyreek Mitchell have been rating all season long.
Oh yeah, he's going to play for England.
Incredible left back.
No
Mark
film.
Guehi, Anderson. The entire squad is just so fun to watch. So yeah.
Ores, who's your manager of the year?
It's a German manager, but it's not
Ralph
Ralph Ragnick.
Ragnick,
It's not Ralph Ragnick. It's not
Tommy
Ralph Ragnick.
Tiggles.
Thomas Frank.
No, not Thomas Tuchel. For me,
Well,
Klopp.
he's
For me.
Danish. Never
He's
mind.
Danish, yeah.
Oh,
I have
yeah.
to give respect. I
Thomas
have to give.
Tuchel, yeah, of course. That's what I meant, not Thomas Frank.
Yeah, sorry, let Ores talk. Who's your manager, Ores?
Yeah, Jurgen Klopp for me. I have to give respect where it's due. For me, like, I wouldn't say quadruple, but for me, I could definitely see them winning the Champions League. For me, Klopp has been sensational this season. So, yeah.
All right. Listen, I'm not going to talk much about me. I said Eddie Howe because where they were. I understand
That's
Vieira.
worse than
I understand Arteta. But listen, they were doomed. And yes, you say they brought players in, but they brought Chris Wood in, and he scored one goal. He just got them playing better. I understand Vieira. I think Vieira's a good shout.
What about
I
Bruno?
don't understand. Yeah.
He should get acknowledgement.
Newcastle 1 point above Brentford, and everyone's sucking off Eddie Howe like he's an
Exactly,
athlete.
like nah,
Fucking
like even
rubbish. He's
I'm not saying he's
Newcastle are never
great.
going down.
Also,
Newcastle
why
are
are you
never
saying
going down.
Vieira when you look at Palace's league position?
They're ninth.
No, you've
They
got to put
finished
Vieira,
14th last year.
Ollie. Roy had a dinosaur team.
yeah, and a
Good
dinosaur
players.
manager.
Dinosaur manager. Dinosaur tactics from Iceland. He turned that team around. They were in the semi-final. They got talents like Michael Elise, Tariq Mitchell, Eddie, Sahar, still a quality player. They've got some great young players. Gahey, Anderson. No, Vieira, I'd give credit where it's credit. I didn't originally think him, but actually, now you say it, he's definitely one. But for me, I'm going to say the Howe because they're going to keep him up. They look down and out. So, obviously, Jurgen Klopp, for me, and Guardiola, they're always going to get mentioned because where they are. But I think sometimes give it to a new manager. But yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Bruno Lage?
I'm just happy
No,
none of you
I
guys.
would say no. I think he's done well, but I think he's done well. I don't think we should go over the top and get massive.
I'm just happy you guys haven't spoken about Graham Potter. Yeah, thank you very much.
Let's not talk about that cunt.
Thank you very much. That's all I want to say. Graham
Graham
Potter.
Potter is the most
Overrated
overrated manager in world
manager.
football.
Most
Graham
Who's the
overrated.
Norwich
most
manager?
overrated pundit.
Who's the Norwich manager?
Wanker.
Wait, guys, before we go, I actually want to show you something. I was literally just going on Instagram and I just saw this, so I think we should talk about this.
What is it?
Rank
Rank these youngsters from best to worst.
Four youngsters. Who are they?
Foden, Pedri, Sancho, and Saka.
Saka number one.
Oh, chill, mate.
No surprise there.
Chill, mate. Please watch Formula
That was
One.
awesome.
Formula One is your sport.
I don't watch Formula One. My mate does. I don't.
We got to do it.
I probably watch like
Luis
rugby.
Sanchez be best.
Listen, we'll do it quickly. Go through four. I'll start with you, Ren. So number one, the best. Number four, the worst. Pedri, Foden, Saka, and Sancho. Who's number one? Who's going to be the
I'm
best?
going Foden.
Generational.
The other ones were who? So
Saka,
Gavi.
Pedri, and Sancho.
I'm going to go Pedri next, Saka, and then Sancho.
I'll go next. I'm going to say Foden, Saka, Sancho, Pedri. I think Pedri is good, but let's just get... He plays for Barcelona. They're going to have 10 men behind the ball against fucking Getafe. That's not special. Waleed, who's your four?
But that's...
I want to go Foden, Sancho.
What?
Saka and Pedri. Yeah, Sancho for me. Because listen, yeah, he's had a poor start to England. Things haven't been going his way. But bearing in mind, yeah, people say, oh, it's the Bundesliga, stuff like that. The fact that, first of all, bearing in mind, he's the first person. He's the one that set the trends of English players going abroad, young English players. I'm not talking about overall history, of course not, but I'm saying over the last few years. He's the one that started setting that trend. You knew I wasn't getting game time at City. Decided to go to Dortmund. Absolutely teared out. Double-digit goals and assists over the last 3 years, sorry. One of the two. He is an incredible player on his day. And he can be a generational talent, easily, in my opinion. He is an incredible player. And he's been more consistent over the years than Saka and Pedri. And yeah, as Graham said about Pedri, like Pedri, it's 19, he's a world-class player. He's incredible. He's got the potential to be an incredible player. But yeah, just the fact that he plays for Barcelona, he's got all the, just nah. But Saka...
you can't... Sorry.
Jay.
Okay, maybe the Barcelona thing, fair enough, but Pedri himself is a very good player. But Saka,
I'll finish with these three, and then I'm going to make a statement, and I'll bet you all disagree. But anyway, Jay, what's your order?
It's probably the same as you. It's obviously Foden, by far the best out of the four. Normally, I wouldn't say this, but I'll probably say Saka second, because when Southgate used to bring him on for England, I was a bit disappointed, to be honest, because I thought Saka was ahead of him and I thought other players were ahead of him. But when I saw Saka the other day, he got a goal and an assist and he just looked like untouchable. So, yeah, that's why Saka, then Sancho. And then, to be honest, I ain't seen enough of Pedri. I don't watch fucking Spanish football. I don't watch Farmers Leagues where the bottom club's got 50p to spend and the top club has got apparently an unlimited signed check where when they're bankrupt, they just go and get another billion pound in loan.
Like, these men had no money and they still signed
the Spanish League. They're all shit. The same with the German
League. Yeah, because they get players on a free.
I don't care. It's only the Prem that counts. And if you do it in the Prem, you do it in the Prem.
Basically, that matters. Yep. Oris, what's your order?
English thing.
For me,
it is. It's true, man.
Yeah.
No, but Serie A is a very good.
I'll bring up Bellingham in a minute.
Yeah,
and wind me up.
Yeah.
No, but Serie A is a competitive league, though. Surely.
Yeah,
no, it's not.
Calm down. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Elise.
Look at the winners. Look at the winners. It's
okay, Grealish.
Maybe Europe-wise.
Sorry.
Hang on, lads. Let Oris do his four, and then you can have
Grealish, calm down. I'm gonna have to agree with Elise for me. But for me, Sancho, I think it's Chelsea fan.
Big up everyone. How we doing? All right. I've only got a few minutes. I'm going for my evening stroll with my mate.
We're listening to Oris and Ali, and then I'm going to go to you very quickly. But Oris, what was your order, mate? Sorry,
same with release of Foden top, Sancho second, Saka third, and Pedri last.
Saka first. Who's second, third, and fourth for you?
Say that again.
Ollie.
On what?
Ollie, mate.
Me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you Ollie.
Mine is Saka first, Foden, Pedri, Sancho. Let's go.
Hanif, there was a question made. There are four players: Foden, Saka, Pedri, and Sancho. You rank them first, 1 to 4.
Yeah, Hanif's gonna put Sancho last, isn't he?
Yeah.
So, do I just base it on what I've seen at the moment in terms of talent?
Yeah.
Pedri by far is Foden. Did you say Foden's in there as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, Foden, Saka, and Sancho.
Pedri, Foden, Saka, and who's the who's the other one?
Sancho.
Yeah. Yes. Sancho's fourth, Saka's third.
Can I just say something?
What? How dare you?
What Jay said earlier. Pedri isn't going to be as good as that. Xavi and Iniesta are two of the most overrated footballers in world history. They were not that good. They played in the team. You playing Celta Vigo and Real Betis every week.
All right.
Can I say something controversial?
They're not that good. Pedri's exactly the same. He's okay, but he isn't that good. You come to the Premier League, he'd be the next Granero who played for QPR, and then he fucked off and started playing in Division 3 of Spain. They're not that good. They're not.
Can I ask you something then? So if we're calling all these other leagues Farmer League, if we look at our league over the past few years, who's been winning it all the time?
Exactly.
So if you're basing,
but they don't do doubles. They don't do doubles. They don't do trebles.
They did the double. They did the double 17, 18, 18, 19.
they've won it the majority of the time over the past few years now, and
It's
there's an odd
It's
team
getting
that
boring.
wins it here
Might
and
as well
there.
put it the
So
Man
that's what I'm trying to
City.
say. It's technically similar thing here. Then
It's not.
No,
it's
no,
not.
no. But the
No, it's
Xavi
not. The
Iniesta
quality is
bit-
much better in this league. Well, my point is, I don't even know who's near the bottom. Whoever's the bottom of the Spanish league, they wouldn't even be in the Championship. I'm telling you that now. There's only 8 or 9 decent Spanish teams. Where if you sent Norwich, they would finish 12th in the Liga.
You have to compare it
I
from
think
players that come from those leagues and where do they play. So that it's not Serie A, but we'll use Liga 1 for example. There's plenty of players in the bottom teams of Liga 1 who go straight to the Championship and a bang average. Average.
Listen.
Yeah,
Yeah. The talk. I want
That's how I'm rating it,
to
not
address
on
the
necessarily.
Xavi Iniesta thing. You can literally say that for any other footballer that's ever played in La Liga. Talk about that with Zidane, talk about that with Ronaldo, even right now Cristiano Ronaldo, you could talk about with Benzema, you could talk about with any other world-class player that's playing La Liga. You can use that exact same statement. You can't. That's so generic. Just because they've played in La Liga their entire career doesn't mean that they're not an incredible player. You've seen that they've done in the Champions League against some of the biggest teams.
I wouldn't say they weren't. I'm not saying they're not good players.
I'm sorry. Let me land. But you've
Yeah, go
seen
on.
them do it against some of the biggest teams in like country-wise. Iniesta scoring incredible like last-ditch goals. Xavi, you can't you can say that with any other incredible footballer that's ever played in La Liga. So just the fact that just because they're playing La Liga, they ain't done in the bloody Premier League, so they're not all that. Like you can't always use that same specific statistic because even going back to what Mason said, you literally saying the fact that Man City and Liverpool have been winning the league over the last 5-6 years, and mainly Man City have been
I
winning
wouldn't
it.
say Liverpool. We only won it once. But
Yeah, you've only won it once, and that was once in a blue moon. And the fact that Liverpool had to be almost near perfect to get the title of Man City just shows how incredibly mad this league is. There's never going to be a situation where Leicester's ever going to win the Premier League. It's not going to be a situation like that. It's not going to be like that fairy tale story because too many teams have got so much money you can't invest. That's what I was talking earlier, and I said Arsenal ain't going to win the league for like the next 6-7 years. Man United aren't going to win the league in the next 5-6 years because teams like that haven't got the money and they're too much investment. There's never going to be that storytelling.
Haven't Man United spent most on transfers? Haven't Man United spent most on transfers? So that's a silly argument. Man United spend money. And everyone's going, Newcastle are going to be the next Man City. You have to have a well-run club, and that's what Man City is, a well-run club.
The thing with Man City,
money, but Man United spend the most. Tottenham spend a fucking 100 million every year, and they win nothing. What did the Spanish league spend? 50,000 a year.
Yeah, but you got to remember about Man City. You'll say Farmers League, but Man City would go to every league and win it still. Is that league going to be Farmers League? So yeah, I get your point.
I'm just basing it on what you're saying.
It's the most competitive. Anyone can beat anyone. Where the other leagues are just like, I'll just briefly on this point regarding Man United fans. I'm not saying Ten Hag's not a good manager, but they want Ten Hag and they don't want Pochettino. But they're both going to win their respective leagues this year. But what's the better league? So surely you want a manager who's won a better league. I'm not saying Ten Hag's not any good. But yeah, it's. I get the point. I understand what you're saying about Xavi and Iniesta. But I just think they weren't as good as what people say. I'm not saying they weren't good. But I think if they came to the Premier League, they'd be exposed. And that's why I've always rated Premier League more. I think better players play in the Premier League. You look at Shevchenko, he couldn't score a single goal.
I'm not arguing that the Premiership isn't the best. I'm just saying that some of the arguments for me, I think Ronaldo, I used to back Messi as being the best player in the world. But then I've changed my tune to say Ronaldo is. In terms of he made himself. People won't say he's the most skillful, but he's done it in every league. He's won 2 cups with Portugal. He's won 2 cups with Portugal when nobody thought they would win anything. They weren't even in people's conversations. He's won them stuff that he's just done it everywhere. Done it in England, scored 100. Done it in Spain, scored over 400. Done it in Italy, which I think is the hardest league to score in, and he's scored 100. He then come back to the Prem, scored 18. I said, there's nothing I could say about it. He's the top scorer in Europe, and I think in the world at the moment. I'm just like, what more can this guy do to say that he's the best? I don't know what more he could do. But people will still say Messi, and I'm like, but I think he's already answered that.
For me, Ronaldo is, and I think when Messi moved to PSG, that sort of sealed it for me. I think Messi being a pussy.
But he's still second best player ever. Ronaldo's always first.
Ronaldo's always first for me. Before we go, Hanif did give me a team of the year. This is Hanif's team of the year. He said he couldn't decide between Alisson and Messi.
Henderson.
Mendy. Yeah.
No, hang on. Let's not knock Henderson either. He does his job.
Excuse me, well, not this season though.
No,
Mate, he's just turning into a Liverpool fan. Alisson,
Yeah, look at
Solomon, Henderson, Van Dyke, Arnold.
He's got more. He's got the same.
Mane,
He's got the
Mane, I think he's been decent for me, but
All right, lads. That's about time. All right, I really appreciate it. I'm going to go to you once. Go to you. Shout out your channel. Shout out where we'll be found. I'll start with you, Horace. Tell us where you can be found and take it out.
Football Fans on YouTube and Football Fans on Instagram.
Cool.
Oh, just to make it short, it's DJ Sinclair on YouTube. I'm on the road to 1K, and then on Instagram, follow at @Odegaard_fanpage11 and at @O.Sinclair556. And yeah, that's it. If you just DM me and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is down here below.
Red, shout out, mate.
No, just catch me here. I'll be here.
Big shout out to Willie. You had to go. Big shout out to Jay. Fantastic show. Really appreciate it. And we'll see you all again next time.
Wait, what's Jay's socials? What's Jay's social?
Oh, he's a pundit on here like Ren.
Okay.
Jay on here. And Instagram, the letter J.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. You'll see him under my friends. Cool. See you later, guys.
Yeah.